So we're driving on Mount Carmel right now. It's a very large territory, very large mountain. Starts at the west of Jezreel Valley and stretches all the way to the sea, Mediterranean. And if you look behind me, how the structure of the ground is, it's all hilly on top of the mountain, cliffs and rocks and small, not too tall trees. So you can imagine when Elijah said, "Gather all the people," it wasn't that easy to get up here. Just drove all the way from Megiddo to Mount Carmel, where Elijah revealed God's glory to all those Baal worshippers and slaughtered them down the river Kishon. This is the edge of Mount Carmel, its east edge, which overlooks the Jezreel Valley. The entire valley with the Mount Megiddo right there in the end, with the river Kishon running down here. It flows all the way to Megiddo and to Tabor through Jezreel Valley. So right here, Elijah, who showed God's glory through the consumption of his altar and his sacrifice, through all the wetness of his wood and the altar and the trench around it. What's interesting are the names. Think about it. Elijah, who is Eliyahu, or Eliah, my God is Jehovah. And then Mount Carmel. What is Carmel? It's Kerem. Kerem is vineyard or vine. Who is the vine? Jesus is the vine. He's the vine, and we're the branches, right? Like in the book of John it says. So think about it. Kishon is Yakash. Yakash, Hebrew root word for ensnarement. So the river of Kishon resembles ensnarement, the place of ensnarement. That's the meaning of it. Elijah, God is Jehovah, is revealed on the place of the vine, Jesus. And then those who did not believe were taken down to the place of ensnarement.
How is this the real place? How do we know that this is the place? Few factors come into the picture. First, the river Kishon is right next to this place. And from the story in the Bible, we know that the river Kishon was right next to this place. Second, people worshipped on high places. So this and another place here on Mount Carmel are the only highest places in the area. But what makes this one more special than the other one is that they found an old well in this one that dates back to the days of Elijah, and they believe that this is the place where they even took the water from to use for the sacrifices.
So once again, at the top of the mountain, we've got a church. Can you make a guess what kind of church this is? If you said Catholics, you are correct. One more cool thing about the Kishon River is its history, the place of ensnarement. The Kishon River is the most dirty river in Israel. In fact, it is so dirty that when Shayetet 13, this is the Shayetet 13, the elite military unit, was training for 40 years in this river, after 40 years, they discovered that statistically, the people that train in this river have very high cancer rates. It got that bad that the Ministry of Defense issued a compensation for their families. And why is it so dirty? Because all the factories dump their chemicals into the river. In fact, in certain places of the river, they had fire on top of the river because it was so concentrated with fuel that the water was just lit up. They had to put it out.
Okay. Hi there. Today I would like to do something special for this edition of Trips in Israel. Because it's Mother's Day, I would like to introduce you to my mother. Her name is Ora, and Ora in Hebrew means light. And indeed she is light because she brought the light to my life when I was 14 years old. She asked me, would you like to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior? And I said yes. So thanks to her and my dad, to whom I'm eternally grateful for this gift. And now, my mom is going to congratulate all the mothers of the Superior Word Church with Mother's Day in Hebrew. Ready?
יום האם שמח לכולם.
And now, I would like to show you how we truly celebrate Mother's Day here in Israel.